Okay, I'm back and I have my design traced on to my surface. I hope that you can see that it's in this area, in the kind of like the lower half of the canvas. I traced my design onto tracing paper to make a pattern. I did include all of the shadow areas. Now these areas that aren't hard lines, I really just kind of made light wavy lines for just to indicate where they are. And then, you know, this is the contour that shows the side of the toaster. We kind of have like a 3/4 view here, so I want to make sure that you understand that this is not a circle, it's an ellipse. Same with these. These are not circles, they're ellipses. And I had to trace over mine several times because I have arthritis in my hands and I'm left-handed, so it's a little difficult for me to negotiate circles and ellipses sometimes. And so I kind of worked on them a little bit. So anyway, then what I did was I just traced the elements that on here that are part of the form. I didn't trace on the shadows and the highlights and things, or the details. So now that we have that in the area where it's going to live, what I did do, now like I told you, I want the rough area of the canvas, but I don't want it to catch on my brush, so I took I have a Tim Holtz Ideology sander with some very fine sandpaper. You don't have to use this, you can use any fine sandpaper if you have a sanding block of any kind, just very fine. Then I just kind of very lightly just tickle the surface all over, just to not get rid of the texture, as you can feel if you feel your surface afterwards. I'm not sanding it smooth, but if there are any spurs sticking up, then that takes care of getting rid of those. Okay, so and you also want to do it to your sides, and you do want to paint your sides right along with the top surface to match, because this is not a frameable canvas. This is a canvas that is its own frame. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use raw umber to kind of bring up the background a little bit. But first I'm going to coat my surface with extender. Find a good brush here that will fit inside my container. So I'm going to brush it on. As a matter of fact, I need so much that it might just be easier for me to just put it on the surface and then spread it with my hands. Now we're going to do this background area in small areas at a time, because we want movement. We want to be able to blend, and we don't want to take a chance on getting some paint on here that we can't move. Okay, so I've got this corner. Let me make sure that you can see. Alright. Sorry for the camera movement here. Okay, so this is the corner that I'm going to be working in, and I've got extender spread around. I'm going to do the edges the same way, but I'll do that after I get this part set up. Now I managed to drag the other end of this canvas through my raw umber on my palette. That's okay though, it'll cover later. Okay, so I'm going to load my brush, and then I'm just going to slip slap on here, just in a small area, and I'm not going to come all the way up close to the toaster because we want the area around the toaster to be lighter. Okay, so I'll put that on there, and then I'm going to switch to a mop, and I'm going to soften these edges. Soften this area. So we have a gradual darkening. Okay, see how that works? And I'm going to move up this side here. First making sure, well, I've got extender on it. Now I'm going to add some paint. Along this edge. And I'm going to take the mop and I'm going to blend it into the area that I did previously and blend it so that there is not a line of demarcation where the paint stops. Okay, so we're going to move all around our canvas doing that. Now let's see, I've got to get another extender brush because I used the same one for the paint. So this is a 3-brush operation. So I'm putting extender on this area. And then the paint. We want it heavy.